Hi, everyone.
Christmas underneath the Christmas tree.
Okay, stop. Copyright strike.
Oh, sorry. I was caught on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just watching it. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
everyone.
Darren the elf here. Did you notice last week I wore the Santa hat? This week I'm wearing the elf hat. I got a little bell. I got a little bell here. I got a little stocking. You know, it's when are you going to get into the Christmas?
I did this. The Village. I did The Village. Candace is saying no, I didn't.
Candace is arguing with Brandon right now in his ear. So, but for all our viewers, what?
That was all me.
Yeah, that's true.
I love my village.
Just for all the people watching us on YouTube right now, one other thing, Brandon actually gave Candace one of her Christmas
Don't
gifts.
start this argument. We had this argument on the Instagram Live.
Okay. But you did.
And you lost. Continuing on.
All right.
Welcome to the live show.
Welcome
everyone.
to the live show.
Did you say live shoe?
Oh, I did too. Oh, it's
Welcome to the live shoe.
Yeah, it's one of those
Thanks,
days. I got up a little late, just had my Starbucks to kind of wake me up a little bit.
And you were late for the
I
Instagram
noticed that we
Live.
got Shrek on the set here. Where's my donkey? Where's my donkey? Right on the set there, kind of cool. Feeling Christmassy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. You know, a couple more weeks till Christmas, and you know, we got the house decorated now. We've done some Christmas shopping. Things are good. So, what we got going on to Shay Show? If people want to connect with us,
Yeah, as you all know, those of you who watch us regularly, please, we want to engage with you. Please use the chat.
okay, it says live show. People, I get it. People in the comments are going, where does it say live shoe?
No, Darren said live shoe.
I know. I did. I said live shoe. Yeah, no.
Darren said live shoe.
Yeah, they caught me.
Anyways.
So they can connect with us on all those different platforms, right?
Please engage with us in the chat. Candace is already chatting with all of you in the chat. Thank you, everyone who's joining us.
Yeah.
Live. Let's talk about some updates, shall we?
Let's talk about some updates.
Let's talk about what we did over this
Busy week?
last year. Yeah.
Last year?
Oh no.
I said shoe, you say year. We're just off to a great start this YouTube live event right now. But past week, what we were up to, we were really busy.
What were we doing this last week? Well, you and I were in Washington State.
Washington State. Washington State.
Okay.
Yes, we were in Washington State last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candace, do you want to do the show for us?
Yeah.
All right. Washington State. So we were a bunch of schools. I was Everson Elementary,
Yes, you were.
Nutsack Elementary, and Sumas Elementary.
What's that you're holding in your hand?
That is a giant pencil.
Wow.
They had it in the front office. I walked into the school and I was like, "Is that a giant pencil?" And the staff were like, "Yeah." And then I asked, "Does it work?" And they said, "Yeah." And then I asked, "Do you have a big enough sharpener for that pencil?" And they went, "No."
I remember the school we were at there as well. They had it was like a gumball machine, but it was for pencils.
Yeah,
Right?
I think that was at the, middle school. Yeah, because you were at the high school and you were at the middle school.
I was, yeah. Nooksack Valley Middle School. I was there presenting, and then we were also at their high school presenting.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone who joined us.
The second time we were there. We were there a number of years ago, and they invited us back. They loved it again, and they're hoping to have us in every other year now. Is the message. Like, they're so impressed with what it is that we're doing, and we love going there for sure. So
yeah. We have a comment from Tip Vids. I would like to know your opinion on Copa or Coppa, depending on how you want to pronounce that. I think we talked about that on our last YouTube show or the one prior. So our opinion, we're actually going to mention that in this show about Instagram. Instagram has made some changes to talk about that.
Yes.
So my opinion is, makes a lot of sense. So you got to make sure you protect people from advertising and tracking who are underage of 13. Makes a lot of sense. However, the implications of that and how it's being enforced may be problematic.
could be.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see in the new year and see what happens, and we'll comment on it.
Yeah,
so for
sure.
us, in theory, it makes a lot of sense. We're generally for it to protect people who are under age 13, but there are some concerning things that are in that legislation.
And I'm all for putting some limits, right, on things that go on online, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because if we don't have limits, things turn very quickly into the wild, wild west, and that's where things go really bad. So, having some basic rules and rules of engagement, I think, are important, right?
Yeah.
And that's what COPA kind of does, right?
Certainly. We have a new produced video. You did a sort of a roundtable virtual chat with some experts. We have a new YouTube video. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. It's a huge video talking about sex. Hugely educational, more so for parents, but again, it's out there, it's for people to watch, and yeah, it's a great resource for people who are interested in healthy human sexuality.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've heard clearly from parents, but even some teens that we talk to, is all about the issues of online porn.
Yeah.
And what is it? What is the difference between online porn, healthy human sexuality, how online porn puts really wrong. It basically objectifies women, and it's just a really good interview with these two experts in the field. And I would highly suggest everybody watching this, including teens, preteens, and parents, have a watch of that video. A lot of really good information from two good experts in the field of online healthy human sexuality and how to talk about it.
Last update for today's show is we are doing our youth advisory team, or we call in the White Hatter our YAT. Our youth advisory team is today after the YouTube live show. I see some of you who've already joined us are in the chat. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to talking to a bunch of you, talking about what you're experiencing and what we should teach about and what we should know about here in the White Hatter team. It's not too late to join. If you are interested in joining our youth advisory team, it takes place 30 minutes after this live show, so in about an hour-ish, hour 50-ish minutes from now. Send us a link or a question. Send us a
and we're kicking you off.
Yeah, right? I'm going to be in the back. Send us a message on Instagram with your email attached, and we'll add you to our advisory team. For those of you who have already joined our team and signed up, check your email you gave us, and you'll be sent a link. Check your spam folder, it may be in there. It'll be a link to the virtual conference room we have, and we're really looking forward to it. So thank you to all of you who are joining us.
Shout out to Article. Hey Darren, long time no see. Hey.
I think
big shout out.
And they're joining us for the youth advisory team. Excellent.
Looking forward to meeting you face to face on the youth advisory team. The YET.
Yeah.
The YET. It reminds me of yak. You know what a yak is?
Like the animal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what that is?
Yeah.
You sure?
I think I do.
You think you do?
I think I do.
But you really don't. Anyways, so what else we got going on? What kind of updates?
Let's talk about the news.
In the news. Ready. In the news.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. This bell is driving me crazy.
It's driving me crazy.
Every time it rings in my ear. But did you know that every time a bell rings, an angel gets her wings?
Yes.
Anyways, back on topic. So let's talk about some updates in the news.
First news story we're going to talk about is Instagram. Instagram has some brand new security and privacy features that we think are amazing. So Instagram came out this week with some updates. Number one, Instagram is starting to ask users, what their birth date is.
Now we can talk about how exciting things are. This one really doesn't excite me too. The second one does that you're going to talk about.
The birth date's because of COPA.
But you know what? People are going to still lie about their
They're going to lie.
It
happens.
But the really cool one is the second one.
Is messaging privacy.
Yeah,
so
what's
basically,
the big news there?
Instagram now has a feature in the settings where you can set it so the only people who can send you a direct message are the people who you've already connected with. So your people who you're following already. So a big issue we've had in the past with Instagram is even if you have a private account, anyone, anywhere can still send you a direct message.
Well, they control
now you can block that right in the front.
Well, that's kind of cool, right?
Great feature. We've been asking that for years. So glad it's here.
That should help with some of the trolling and some of the cyberbullying that's going on.
Certainly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great addition. Again, the date of birth kind of thing, good on them for COPA, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, people are still going to lie because there's no age verification system on there. But at least it's something. But the messaging privacy issue, the privacy messaging, that's a good ad. That's a good ad for sure.
Nene has a question. When will Candace be on screen again?
Right after the show.
Yeah.
Well,
on the youth advisory team, she'll be here with Darren. When she'll probably be on. We're planning in the new year, in 2020. We're going to be giving her her own potential segment here on the live show. We're planning on what that's going to look like. Might have to do with memes. We'll see. But We're really looking forward to potentially making changes to the show, and we might talk about that at the advisory.
So it's going to be like a news show where, you know, the two reporters or the news anchors are at their desk, and all of a sudden they go over to the other person, the weather person, and Candace can be like the weather person, but she's not going to be doing weather.
There might be a green screen.
Maybe she might be talking about maybe internet culture or something like that, right? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Arkel says I might turn that feature on. Article, sorry. Might turn that feature on Instagram. They get a lot of messages around sex box and really creepy messages. Yeah, totally. Great feature, and I think we're gonna be pushing that probably.
I think we should push that on Facebook and Twitter, all our accounts,
certainly.
Right, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good. Yeah. What else?
Uber has had some controversies over the last week. They've had some oopsies per se. Basically, there were some news reports going out that there's about 6,000 assaults per se that have happened in regards to Uber. A lot of people, especially news media, are shining this light on Uber, saying Uber is not necessarily a safe service. Now, here's the interesting part. Uber is a single entity, is one organization.
Yeah.
So finding negative reports
of many, like there's Lyft as well, right?
Yeah, and Lyft, Lyft has also had reports as well, but Uber is like the bigger one generally, and people are really focusing on Uber. And there are a lot of people saying Uber's not safe. Now, for us, we like looking at the whole scope of things. And when we saw these reports, the first things we were talking about was, okay, what about the transportation industry altogether?
Like the taxi service.
Taxis, buses, and the thing with those...
Metro, like trams or subways or stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so although there's this big number in regards to issues of reports in Ubers, we want to see reports that have to deal with all the other transportation services.
And there's not a lot of out there, right? We looked.
Because they're all fragmented. Right. Uber is one central entity, but you have, like we have here in Greater BC, we have TransLink and BC Transit, right? So there's two different organizations. You got different types of taxi companies. So
yeah, for sure. And you know what? On that note, when I was in policing, we investigated several cases where taxi drivers had sexually assaulted some of their passengers online as well. I mean, significant sexual assaults that took place. So I don't think that this is anything specific to Uber. I think anytime you get into a vehicle with somebody you don't know, there's going to be a risk, right? And that you should be aware of. That's why one of the things I wrote, somebody was writing on Twitter about some of these things and people asking for some safety things. So one of the things I say is before you get into an Uber or taxi, take a quick picture of the vehicle and its license plate number, get into the car, take a picture of the driver, find out what their name is, use their name lots, because that's way they now think that they can now be identified, and push the record on your phone to take a voice recording and let them know that you're voice recording the actual drive. I mean,
check your local state or province on legality of recording someone without their consent.
I think you can do that. That's a one-party consent at that point in time, right? That's you recording for your own safety. I think you're going to be okay.
Okay, because I know in some places in the U.S. there's issues because people secretly recording other people.
Yeah, I think as long as you're letting them know that you're doing it, and then in you go, right? So, but that's one of the things to think about. So yeah, I mean, when we heard this on the news, so you and I were driving in the car together coming out from Washington State, and we heard this, and both you and I looked at it at the same time and said, well, what about the taxis, right? It's people have a habit of targeting Uber because it's new and it's tech, right?
It's new,
right?
So people, and yet taxi industries have had negative news reports for decades.
Yeah, on these issues, and they continue to, right?
Yeah. So
sure.
context.
Yeah,
context is important, and we're looking to see, hopefully in the future,
it's still a concern. Don't get us wrong.
Of course.
Right? It's still a concern that these types of incidents take place in Uber, Lyft, taxis, buses, subways. I mean, it's still a concern, but I think shining a light just on one company is not necessarily fair, right? Just our thoughts.
Nene says, I miss Candace accidentally flipping the camera on her side, showing her beautiful face. Aw, thanks, Nene. I'm sure she appreciates that. She's telling my ear, she doesn't mix accidentally pressing the button, but she appreciates the compliment. Tip Vids, when you came to my school, you talked about having a good username. Is mine a good username? You know what, Tip Vids? I like the name. Yeah. It sounds great to me.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. What else?
Thank you for, I think it's like someone else had joined our Yat. I think it was TipVids. Thank you so much for joining the Yat. I'll send you a link after this live show, so check your email.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun, Candace and I. We're going to really be drilling down on preteen culture and what you guys are kind of doing in today's online world, because we truly do believe that young people have a huge role to play when it comes to helping us share information about safety, security, privacy issues. It's too many times adults believe that we know best, when in fact we should be turning to youth, who are the super users on these platforms, and asking their thoughts as well. And that's what it's all going to be about. And you know what? We still have space.
Are you going to wear the hat?
For some. No, well, maybe I will. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll wear my hat. I don't know. But we still have some space for any of the teens that are following us right now who want to participate in the Youth Advisory Team. It's going to start at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're scheduled to go for 2 hours. It probably won't go that long, but it's going to be a really cool discussion and interaction amongst all of us to talk about what's going on. So hopefully, if you guys are interested, if anybody's interested, send us a message. Where, Brandon? An email?
Instagram is probably the best place, but we'll probably check Facebook and Twitter as well. But Instagram probably the best place.
Could they send us an email here on the YouTube live feed?
I mean, they could put it in the chat. I mean, in the chat, they'll probably say I'm interested, and we can figure something
there
out.
You
But
go.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What else we got going?
TipVid says, I was in LA for a trip, and the Uber said my cane was a weapon, and I could not bring it with me. I'm very close to being blind. Interesting.
Oh, that's very interesting. Then what I would have done, said sign and get another Uber.
Yeah.
Right? The other Uber probably would have taken you, right?
No.
That was probably just the preference of the Uber driver at that point in time.
Interesting.
Right?
Now that's interesting, because I would assume, like, let's say you were here in BC, and here in BC we have certain human rights codes in regards to people for accessibility.
Right. If it's a cane that is needed because she's got sight issues and that kind of stuff, what's the difference between that and having a dog, a seeing eye dog with you?
Yeah.
A seeing eye dog can be used as a weapon. Right.
True. That's interesting. I don't know what the laws are in LA regards to that, but I would assume here.
Yeah. What time is it in LA?
Boy. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What else we got going?
One more comment came in. Taki Auger. Hi. It was so cool when Darren came to my school. Truly enjoyed the presentation. Thanks.
You're very welcome, Taki. What school? What school did you go to?
PSS.
Oh, PSS. There you go.
Parkland?
PSS. Parkland? I haven't been to Parkland. No, I haven't been to Parkland. I don't know.
There's a lot of different.
There's a lot of different, and there's a lot of schools that have the same acronyms. So
Yeah.
if you can let us know what PSS stands for, we'll give a big shout out to PSS. So
I might have a mug.
yeah, might have a mug.
TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok.
Woohoo!
The thing you were watching before we started the live show.
Right? TikTok.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. We got our own TikTok channel too, right?
We do at White Hatter. What was that? Pemberton.
Pemberton. Yes,
That
Pemberton.
was.
That was recent.
Yeah.
I had a good time there. Yeah.
A couple things with TikTok this week. Interesting. A U.S. parent has filed a lawsuit against TikTok over children's privacy. Okay.
Really? What's going on there?
This parent is citing COPPA.
Yep.
COPPA, depending on how you want to pronounce it, essentially saying TikTok, and again, TikTok was already fined earlier this year, was it? Yeah.
$5.7 million.
$5.7 million for breaching the privacy law. Now that was the federal, so this is now a private. So someone is privately suing TikTok because they broke federal law.
Yeah, I actually read the briefing a couple days ago, and they're getting into quite detail about what it is exactly that TikTok is collecting. All the information, right? Like there's quite, and I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit after we talk about this next thing.
Yeah, other thing about TikTok came up this week was leaked documents were released, were found out by a news agency in regards to TikTok had an internal policy where it would have people identify videos with individuals who have disabilities, queer or fat, in order to protect them from cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Controversy, obviously, because those people's videos were not shared to the wider audience. So TikTok said this was a temporary fix. So they're looking at changing these policies from this point forward. It makes sense why they would do that, but it does have consequences that people are very concerned about. Interesting. So if you're someone and you're someone who fits within those categories and you haven't seen your TikToks really get out there a lot, potentially that could be a reason. So
Yeah, for
hopefully
sure.
we'll see changes in the future. TikTok, I think, said already they're making changes.
And where would it stop, right? They did it with somebody with disabilities. What if somebody's LGBTQ, or what if they're
Well, that's what they said.
heavier?
Same thing.
Right?
Same thing.
Or making fun of those who are maybe a little on the heavier side and that kind of stuff. So it's just not. It's not on. I kind of understand why they do it, but I don't think they really thought this one. They didn't really game this one out.
Yeah.
I think so.
It was a quick fix.
Yeah.
TikTok started, blew up, everyone was using it. Now, how do you quickly manage that?
And we think TikTok is cool, right? Like
we have TikTok.
We have our TikTok.
We have 11.
channel.
Well, I guess 10 now.
I mean, but there's no doubt that it's not designed for those, in my belief, under the age of 16, right? Like there's some really cool things that go on there, but let's be real, there's some things that are highly suggestive that goes on there. Lots of language sometimes.
It's no different than
inappropriate.
Instagram or Facebook or
to a
YouTube.
degree, but I mean,
Do you watch what the Pauls do on YouTube?
do I watch what? Do I watch the what? Really?
Yeah, Jake and Logan Paul.
No.
And they say their audience, and they on camera said their audience is like what, 10, 8 years old? 8 to 15?
I know.
So I mean, like, it's not now the thing with TikTok, the thing I find with TikTok is because the burn through rate of videos are so much, you're gonna get filled with a lot more different content.
Yeah, you're right.
See, YouTube, your videos are designed to be 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so I mean, it's not.
Yeah, the other concern I have with TikTok too, and all the social media that's going on right now, and it was kind of mentioned in the legal brief. I kind of tweeted this out for the boomers who are on Twitter, not the Zoomers and millennials like you guys. But I actually think it's going to be harder because TikTok is owned by China, right? And there's some other apps out there, like there's a facial switching app that's going on that's owned by Russia. And the issues is that they're using facial recognition and all this stuff, right? So if you're a young person who's thinking to maybe move into the field of working with CSIS or the FBI or the CIA or an other covert agency that works around the world, it's going to be much harder for today's generation to do that, only because if you are using a covert name to hide your identity as a part of your job, and this facial recognition is being used by China, by Russia, and all of a sudden you're supposed to be you're going to be identified because of the biometric stuff. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm mentioning this now to those who are willing or interested in going into law enforcement and the undercover operations. We know that organized crime is now starting to use facial recognition technology. So if all of a sudden you're a UCO undercover operator and maybe you're trying to work into an OMG, an outlaw motorcycle gang, what's to stop the gang from taking a picture of you and then comparing you against the internet using facial recognition technology, and all of a sudden finding out, hey, you're not Brandon Lore, you're actually Darren Lore. You're a cop, man.
We are starting to see, open source facial recognition software hit the market.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, so those are some concerns. It's going to be really interesting to see. Like, these are things we never thought about with the technology, right? About how it could be used both for good and bad. But for me, it's going to be very interesting because today's millennials and Generation Zs, you guys were brought up in the digital world, so your faces in most cases are all over the place. And as a result of that, can it be now harvested and used against state actors who are seen to be enemies against you, right?
Yeah.
Some interesting
Well,
questions.
we got some comments about the TikTok segment talking about tip vids. That makes sense in terms of how TikTok filters things, because people on this site use their looks to get money from little kids, not to meant on that site.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Arkel?
Article.
Articles. I always get it wrong. Article. Sorry about that. I hate highly suggestive stuff, like it's on my feed, and I'm sitting there like, bro, I don't need to see this.
Yeah, I see that a lot on my feed as well, and I'm now getting pretty good at identifying what those are, so I can just scroll through it and quickly and stuff.
Well, here's the thing with TikTok and the platforms: you see it, you watch it, it's going to send you more of that stuff.
Right, because it's using a specific algorithm to pick out what it is that you like, and then that's what they feed your way. Right.
You watch one highly suggestive video, and then you watch another one, and then TikTok knows, okay, we're going to send you more of this.
So I wonder if you only watch a part of it and then swipe, if the algorithm is kicking up on that, or are they picking up on the fact that you're watching the entire article?
Maybe we'll find out in the lawsuit.
Good question.
They may have to disclose that in the article.
What does Candace say? Yeah. There you go. So Candace says from her empirical use of it, because she's in it all the time, if you swipe through it right away, it doesn't pick up on that, right?
Yeah.
Interesting comment.
She says, for work.
Yeah, for work. Yeah, for work. Yeah, whatever, Candace.
Breach watch.
Oh, here we go.
Breach watch.
Here we go.
All right, data breach. This is not really necessarily a breach, but
Hey, just before we go on, I'm just looking at the background there of the Christmas tree. There's Peppa, the Christmas village. I see that we got some canes hung up.
Yeah.
Some candy canes. What's with the Tesla police car?
We're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. We'll talk
We're gonna
about
talk
that.
about that.
There's Santa, Shrek. Where's my donkey? He's up front here. Candace is doing quite the job in the set, and she said that wait till next week.
We'll see.
I bet you she's gonna make it snow in here or something.
Don't.
Right?
Oh, boy.
We could probably hang something off the. Oh, I got an idea.
Don't. I'll be the one cleaning it up. Please no. Please no. Anyways. Breach watch.
Oh, here we go.
Not really a breach, but Microsoft said in the first couple months of the year, they identified 44 million Microsoft users have reused their password on their Microsoft account that was used somewhere else.
Wow.
So Microsoft, they scoured the internet, the dark net.
So Microsoft, the company, did this.
Yeah, so Microsoft scoured the darknet,
right?
And they found all these leaked passwords that have been, found and published on the internet,
right?
And they compared the passwords to users who use Microsoft,
right?
And those people who had a breached password on an account and matched their Microsoft password, they sent those people an email forcing them to reset their password.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good public service on their part.
Good. I mean, it'd be kind of scary with someone if you have a Microsoft account, you were expecting that.
That's true.
But I mean, that's good part on Microsoft to take an initiative to take the effort and identify their users who could be at risk
I agree.
for their passwords being guessed.
I agree.
So,
for sure.
Kind of cool. I wish more companies would do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's talk about some cool tech projects.
Yes. This is kind of relates to the sign that was behind you that I pointed out, right?
Tesla police car?
Tesla police car. What's going on with that?
So apparently, Fairmont Police, they've been using this beta testing a Tesla police car, seeing how efficient it is to use in their department. And apparently, the spokesperson said it's going quite well.
Yeah.
Except there was this one case during a high-speed pursuit.
They lost
power. It ran out of battery. But now, to be fair, they also said in other cases in high-speed pursuits, regular gas cars could sometimes have issues.
Rumor has it the bad guys were throwing batteries. LOL.
So
come get me, coppers! Here's the Energizer Bunny. Boom, 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 boom.
Would that power the car?
I don't know. I wish. I'll be honest. 30 years in law. I kind of wish I had the opportunity maybe to get in one of those suckers. They're really fast, right? Like
how about a cyber police truck?
Oh, the new one from Elon Musk. There,
yeah.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know about how secure the glass is on the truck.
Okay, conspiracy theory that might have been planned.
Yeah, true. But it kind of does look like a high-tech ERT SWAT truck, right? And again, they're because they're electric, they are smoking fast. These cars will beat most combustion engine police cars off the line, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever, right? So, when we were in Kelowna at the hotel, did you see all the Tesla taxis that were parked in the back of the hotel? Did you notice that?
Yeah, Tesla taxis. I've seen more of those.
Yeah, in Kelowna at the Best Western where we were, if you notice in the back, they had a whole fleet of taxis that were all Teslas.
We have a Tesla taxi company here in Victoria now.
An actual company? All of them are Teslas?
Yeah, Teslas.
Really?
I know.
We should go for a ride.
We should bring our camera, talk to them, go, hey, do we want to showcase your company? And,
let's do that.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
All right.
That's a great idea you had.
Big brain.
Who had that idea? You or Candace?
Candace. That was all Candace's idea.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really, it was my idea.
No.
No?
No.
All right. Way to go, Candace. Kind of cool. The Tesla police car, right?
I think the Cybertruck looks like a door stop wedge.
It does, but you know what? What a great vehicle to go through a front door with, right? It's already built as a wedge, so you just wham, wedge through the front door of the house.
My family already owns an electric vehicle, and we love it.
Oh,
That's
cool.
cool. Yeah,
Cool,
we've always looked at, electric vehicles.
Like the Nissan Leaf or something like that. Just a small electric car to get around the town, right?
But the thing for a police department, you would save so much money not spending it on gas.
Yeah.
But if you solar panels, right? Get solar panels on your department and charge your cars up, because apartments are kind of big, right? Usually.
Yeah, it just depends upon how long is the charge good for, what
Well,
conditions.
the spokesperson said it's good for 2 shifts.
The other thing too is that I've read a couple articles here where Teslas or any battery-operated car isn't so good in really cold areas because the cold affects the battery power.
Okay,
right?
so maybe up here in Canada, maybe not.
Depends. Here in Victoria, maybe.
Maybe.
Toronto, probably not. Right?
Okay.
Maybe up in Tuktuk, maybe not.
All right.
Right? So I think,
Interesting.
or in Newfoundland, where Canada's from during the winter, maybe not, where it's really cold. But I mean, where's this from? This was from Fremont.
Fremont.
Yeah, California.
California.
Right?
Yeah, so that makes sense.
California, so it's warm down there, so they can have it, right? So
It's
kind of a cool
interesting.
idea. Yeah, kind of cool idea.
All right. Last, not really a tech project, more of this thing kind of blew up on social media.
This put a smile on my face.
This, I'll show you the video.
And sorry, before you go, a lot of hockey teams do this at Christmas, but none of them do it the way that this team
And this
does it.
blew up on social media. So this is the Hershey Bears hockey
unbelievable.
tean in Pennsylvania.
Unbelievable.
And I'll show you the video.
Scarbosa in front, deflection, stop by Huska, rebound, they score!
Watch this.
It's
40
10
45,000
Here they
Bears.
come! Christian June slip
I loved when
It's
I saw
raining
this on
stuffed
social
animals in Chocolate Town!
Yeah. All we needed was one goal.
Look at all those
9
bears.
minutes, 8 minutes.
Look at that size. Look at the
seconds.
size of that one right
And
there.
this
It's
is a sight to be
huge.
seen.
It's
I'm going to have to talk for a
huge.
little bit, fans, because Zach's loosening his arm up, and he's
keep
got to get
coming.
rid of this garbage bag full of teddy bears. But that's great to
Look at
see.
that.
It's
It's
a
not
wonderful
stopping,
spectacle.
right? Like it's
Here in
Was that
Johnson,
Pink Panther?
It was.
You see how everything's done.
I mean, and every
we're
one
just
of those
firing them out
gifts
there.
is
We're going to probably have about a 10 to 15
during the Christmas season, right? So, and that's what's really cool about this is that every one of those bears is going to be donated to a needing family during the Christmas season.
Yeah.
And, I mean, how cool is that?
I
mean,
love
it's
seeing
just
this on social media.
Unbelievable. This is why I love Christmas, right? I just love it. That's why I'm dressed up like an elf, because I love Christmas, right? So, but so it's really cool, really cool. So congratulations to the Hershey Bears on what it is that you do every year, right?
Oh,
to keep
wonderful.
Keep the holiday season alive and to look after families in time of need, right?
Yeah.
So for sure.
Anyways.
We got our own stuffy. It's called Shrek.
Oh, Shrek's kind of falling there.
All right. And Peppa's in the tree.
Peppa's in the
There's
tree.
There's Peppa. Peppa.
Yeah.
Peppa. And then Santa is
Claus,
right
right
above him over there, right? So yeah, we got our own stuffies as well for sure.
Anyways.
So is that it?
Good show.
Is that it?
We're going to do our youth advisory team in about 25 minutes.
Oh,
so
yes.
for those of you who have joined us, please check your email, click the link, and we'll be there waiting for you. Thank you so much, everyone. Our next show is going to be on the 15th. Candace apparently has plans about doing more things to the set. I don't know what else they could possibly do, but I mean,
Oh, I got some ideas.
we'll look forward to it. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week, and we'll see those of you in our advisory team here in a bit.
So from Dan at we can't talk today.
Sorry, who are you?
Holy bully. YouTube live shoe. I mean, from Darren, the elf.
Brandon and Candace in the back, who's been monitoring and in the chat. Send us a message on
With your
Instagram,
email, for your email, if you want to
Facebook,
join
Twitter.
the Youth Empowerment Advisory Team.
Youth Advisory Team?
Yet, the
Oh,
Yet team. So,
Yet.
So,
Bye everyone, and we'll see you next week.
hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Ready? Everybody ready? Whoa.